Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It was somewhere around October, November when I realized I had 1 week of vacation left, so I decided to book a flight to Gran Canaria and booked a motorcycle. Because of limited luggage capacity, I had to wear my motorcycle boots and trousers in the airplane.
Insert the metal ends into the bottle and secure white.
I made sure to have a seat next to the window because I always like to enjoy the sky view. I entered the flight from Vienna to Las Palmas in Gran Canaria all by myself, but this was about to change soon. Here you can see my girlfriend's brother joining the crew. From the airport it takes approximately 30 minutes to get to the city center of Las Palmas. And this is also where the bike rental company Fly&Ride is located, which I've heard from other YouTube videos. Most people would probably just book a hotel room in Las Palmas, but we decided to go for a small, nice Airbnb around the countryside. The owners were a friendly couple and they brought us oranges and avocados from their garden. For the bikes we decided to take 2 Africa Twins, 1 standard model and 1 adventure sports model. After all the traveling, getting the bikes, entering the Airbnb, we were quite hungry and went to the next town to get some food and a beer. We started the morning with some nice breakfast, coffee and freshly pressed orange juice and were surprised how many animals they had at their house. Our Airbnb was located quite central on the island, but still on the northern half of it, and we headed off for our first adventure.
Hello and good morning. This is our first full day on Gran Canaria. We picked up 2 Honda Africa Twins, 1 adventure sport and 1 standard model yesterday. And the guy in front of me, that's my girlfriend's brother, Chris. So you can maybe hear him over the intercom. And yeah, it's still a little bit wet. It will be a cloudy day, but it shouldn't rain a lot. So as you can see here, the roads are pretty small and windy, and sometimes it feels like being in the jungle.
We drove through several villages until we came to a place where we thought it's time to take out the drone. The lady from Fly&Ride was so nice to give us a map and mark the best routes on the island, so we followed them. If you like exotic fruits, then maybe these cacti fruits are something for you.
Can you see those red fruits? I just ate one of them. Very delicious, but I have some nails now in my lips. So, not sure if I should recommend this. Geilo!
If you go on these roads, you should better watch on the road, not look down, otherwise if you do one mistake, you're dead. At this point, Chris had a weird feeling due to the heights, because in the area where he's living in Germany, it's not flat, but let's say there are only hills. Can you see those oranges? When you go to Gran Canaria, you will quickly realize that the variety of landscapes is huge and landscape is changing all the time. Because of this, we didn't want to rush through and we stopped from time to time to enjoy the scenery.
Wow, look at these cacti, or whatever they are called.
They are called prickly pear.
Wow.
We kept following the road and continued further towards the coast. As you can see, here in the northern part of the island, the vegetation is quite rich and green. We noticed that mountain in the background and were looking out for the place to stop and start the drone again. So what do you think? Is there anybody of you who would not like to ride here? So next we arrived in Puerto de las Nieves, close to Agaete on the northwestern part of the island, and we're looking for some lunch because we didn't know yet what would be coming up next. The fish there is definitely a recommendation. So in northwestern direction from this harbor the cliffs are quite small, but if you look towards the southwestern part of the island, the cliffs are getting huge. Watch out, now the fun stuff begins. this point our need for adrenaline was satisfied and we fell back into the enjoy mode.
Mit diesen Gräsern ist das so schön, ne?
Well, obviously, if you like twisties, then you will be satisfied here as well. And here comes probably the most beautiful viewpoint we saw on the whole island. I have to say we wouldn't have found this if it wasn't for Canary Ride. Thanks a lot. Amazed by the beautiful landscape, we followed the fantastic GC 200 road, which also led us to the Rainbow Rocks. Already from the distance you can see those amazing colors which are caused by erosion and oxidation of the minerals and irons in the mountain. We continued to follow the GC 200 road, which led us higher up into the mountains. And as the road further inclined, we didn't run out of beautiful views. These roads were so much fun that I screamed into my helmet but didn't think about Chris hearing my scream in his headset. At our next stop we saw a large bird of prey sitting on the rocks, and it seems like the common buzzard is the only species in this size on the Canary Islands. So the landscapes are changing a lot on the Canary Islands, as you can see, and at this point we reached the center of the island, which is pretty much also the highest area of the island. So we passed the center of the island and headed back down towards the town of Terra, where we had our Airbnb. We also had a short stop at the town of Tejeda, which claims to be one of the most beautiful towns in all of Spain. It was already dark when we got back and we were already tired after a long day of riding and were happy to go to bed. The next morning we woke up to the sounds of peacocks and dogs. And of course some cuddling was also necessary.
Wow, look at that view.
When you live in Austria, you're not used to driving next to cacti all the time, so I was really amazed by that.
So hello and good morning. This is our third day of the trip and the second full day of riding. And yesterday we were riding more in the north of the island, and today we're heading to the south, also to the dunes, hopefully. And now we'll get some breakfast in the next city. Look at this, palm trees everywhere. It's like riding in the Caribbean.
So as we were planning to go to the south, to the dunes, we first had to go to the east coast, and that's where we had breakfast. The southern half of the island is less green, there's less vegetation, and we were heading for the dunes, which are all the way down in the south.
Bei der krasse Kirche da oben.
Voll.
When we saw these huge hotels, we were happy about our small cozy Airbnb. However, I think despite all the hotels, it was still worth to visit the dunes. After a little bit of cat petting, we were back on the road again. It was just a short ride until we had to stop again for another viewpoint. And off we went for some more twisties. From the dunes in Maspalomas we headed back north to the center of the island and towards Terra and our Airbnb. Those mountains in the center of the island are just crazy. And when you're back in the northern half of the island, it gets much greener again, as you can see. Just stupid how much fun it's riding in those twisties. Although Chris was a little bit annoyed by all the photo and video stops, he realized this could be a nice one.
Ein Foto? Guter Junge. We enjoyed those last few kilometers in this nice sunset mood a lot. We went home, had a short break, and then we went back out again to the town of Terra to get some lunch and encountered some Christmas light show because it was December. The next morning we started with a very nice breakfast with some fresh coffee and freshly pressed orange juice. As you can see, our hosts had a lot of oranges in their garden. We started our last day of riding together because Chris had to get his flight today and mine would go the next day.
still had some time left, so we decided to explore some more twisty roads in the surrounding area. I love that they paint their houses in rich colors like these. In the distance you can already see the city of Las Palmas, where we were headed first to bring back Chris' bike, and next stop would be the airport. So Chris, when you see the video, thank you very much for joining me on this trip. It was a great pleasure to have you with me. I was a little bit down being all by myself, and the weather also didn't look too good. But I still tried to go to the Pico de las Nieves, which is the highest place on the island. And the good thing is, the weather turned better. Also, now I had time to set up my tripod and make some time-lapse videos without annoying anyone. The good thing about Gran Canaria is if you avoid the highway between Las Palmas and Maspalomas, almost all roads are really great for motorcycle riding. And now it took me only a few more curves before arriving at the Pico de las Nieves, which is with 1949 meters the second highest peak of the island. I rode downwards again towards the Airbnb, and then it was already dusk when I stopped for another time lapse and saw a prickly pear. Make sure you wear gloves and don't touch those cactus spines on the fruit with your lips. The next morning I saw a beautiful sunrise when I got up very early to bring my bike back and get to the airport. Reality caught me back quickly because it was snowing when I arrived in Vienna. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please consider to hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next one.